This year, make sure your family is kept safe by following simple Halloween safety tips brought to you by Broadlawns Medical Center and KCWI TV. Although tampering is rare, tell children to bring home all candy to be inspected before eating, and carefully look at the food wrapping to make sure to throw away anything that looks suspicious. Have a happy and safe Halloween from Broadlawns Medical Center, caring for our community, caring for you, and KCWI. This year, make sure your family is kept safe by following simple Halloween safety tips brought to you by KCWI TV. While helping your child to pick out a costume to wear, make sure it's not only comfortable, but also safe. Check all masks for sharp edges and look through the mask to make sure that all eye holes are large enough for good peripheral vision. Also check the packaging to make sure the costume is fireproof. With jack-o'-lanterns on every porch and costumes typically dragging on the ground, it is important. While your younger kids are home with you and the older ones go out on their own, make sure they know to stay in familiar neighborhoods and approach only houses that are lit. They also need to stay on the sidewalk while going from house to house. Have a happy and safe Halloween from KCWI.
Here we are backstage at the new channel Animal Planet, where we're about to meet the stars.
I love being on Animal Planet, but what I really want to do is direct.
Animal Planet's great, but the doggone camera adds 10 pounds.
Family entertainment 24 hours a day.
From unforgettable movies to new and classic animal series.
Hop to pet shows that ring my bell.
And picture perfect nature programs.
Your kids will love it as much as mine.
Call your cable or satellite company and ask for Animal Planet, the new network from the Discovery Channel.
Welcome to the Animal Planet. Soar right past the edges of your computer screen. Let the eagle guide you to the wildest places on Earth. A single click and you can fly through forests, dive into the ocean, cross scorching deserts, or trek to the frozen Arctic. You're in for a wild flight. You're here in the middle of a temperate forest. Trees are the heart of this forest, but they're only a part of it. A true forest is a community of plants and animals, all dependent on each other for survival. The pileated woodpecker you'll find here eats insects that would otherwise damage young trees. Click on other animals to find out more about the web of forest life.
Black bear.
The black bear and the black lemur both have the word black in their names. But neither one is necessarily black in color. Female lemurs are reddish-brown, while bears can be white, beige, blue, or even brown.
Not only are the black lemur and the yellowthroat mostly vegetarian, but in both species the male and female look different. The male black lemur is black with a colorful white collar around its neck, while the female is reddish or golden brown. The male yellowthroat has, you guessed it, a bright yellow throat which it uses to attract the female, a more drably colored bird. Black lemur.
The rainforest is literally crawling with life, but you'll notice as you move. Hot and dry, high and cold, all deserts have this in common: poor soil and little water. This climate makes it tough for plants and animals to survive. The animals that do live here have special adaptations to help them. Furry feet allow the fennec fox to walk on hot sand. The Texas horned lizard keeps its cool by collecting dew in grooves all over its body. Click to find out how other animals beat the heat. Only a few plants and animals can survive in the Earth's polar regions because of the extreme cold. Antarctica alone holds 90% of the world's ice in its freezing clutches. Animals that do live here need a lot of one thing: fat. That polar bear's fat layer may be up to 4.5 inches thick, and the walrus is clearly packing a lot of blubber. Some Arctic land mammals, like the wolverine, have thick water-repellent fur instead of fat to keep them warm.
Pedal your way into an adventure filled with history, geography, and culture as you relive the 12,000-mile world record-setting bike trek across the continent of Africa. The Africa Trail's CD-ROM is full of road rally action, endurance tests, rugged terrain, and a road full of surprises. You can strengthen your planning skills by choosing which team members to take, based on their professional expertise or past biking experiences, as well as what supplies to take for bike repair, and how much food to carry or buy in the markets. During your trek, get weather updates, number of miles traveled, money spent, and the status of your team's health and morale. Decide how fast you travel, how much time spent biking, and how much you and your teammates eat. All these elements affect the outcome of your individual trek. Learn about the many interesting animals found in various regions across Africa. Also examine pictures of jewelry, art, and archaeological ruins throughout your travels. Africa Trail is just the kind of adventure that keeps you biking for hours. As with all MEC products, 100% learning satisfaction is guaranteed, or your money back. So join us today for your adventure on the vast continent of Africa.
Math Munchers. Hi, my name's Cookie. Welcome to Math Munchers Deluxe, the wild and wacky game that makes math a ton of... Select a level in game that are right for you. Press this button to see the facts in order or randomly. Press OK, and you're ready to play! Our commentators, Spud Russet and Ruby Tuber, will tell you what you need to munch.
Hi, I'm Spud Russet. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Ruby Tuber here. Say, can you find all the prime numbers?
Click the target to hear it again.
Primes.
Here's the star and hero of our game, the Muncher! Move the Muncher around the board with your mouse or with the arrow keys. Click where you want the Muncher to go, click again to munch. Or use the arrow keys to move and the space bar to munch. Watch the scoreboard when I munch a prime number. I score! Score enough points and you get in the Hall of Fame. Choose a wrong answer and the sphere changes color. Let's check out those pesky Traggles. The Traggle's sole purpose in life is to irritate you, get in your way, bug you. If you're not really careful, munch the Muncher! Here's Doggle, the Troggle with a bone to pick. The Crumbly Sisters, otherwise known as the Tandem Toaster Twins. Meet Spidey. She drops in, gets her prey, and disappears. Mel the alien! He loves to zap! Now Eggy! Usually the yoke's on him, if you know what I mean. Last but not least, Slimy. Loves to munch the Muncher. How do you avoid these pests? Just press the X key to jump over them. Or move to a safe zone. Or eat one of my Muncher treats that I sometimes leave on the board and become invincible! See these Munchers over here? They're extras for the Muncher in case one of these Troggles gobbles your Muncher. The pause button lets you take time out from the game in case you have to bake a cake, answer the phone, or feed the dog. Here's where you find the level of gameplay you're on. Whoa. Every time you clear 3 boards, you can enjoy the escapades of the Muncher and Troggles in TV land. Have fun, play hard, get on the Hall of Fame! Well, that's about it. Remember, to get extra points and become invincible, watch for Cookie's Muncher treats. Math Munchers.
Over 1,000 years ago, Central America's most advanced civilization suddenly disappeared. Your mission in Maya Quest: find out why. Take your sturdy mountain bike and ride to ancient Mayan sites. Equipped with your special helmet, you will obtain information, capture images, view maps, send and receive email.
You have a new message.
Find your way and check your progress. Retrace the real-life Maya Quest bicycle trek through the history, geography, and archaeology of Central America. Experience this virtual quest through more than 1,000 photos and video clips taken by the Maya Quest team. The actual Maya Quest bike team was followed online by thousands of classrooms across the country through the internet and CNN newsroom. Now you can follow them too. Access on the internet will expand your game by adding game updates through the Maya Quest homepage. By combining archaeology, history, culture, and geography with adventure and mystery, Maya Quest will bring you hours of fun and challenge your fact-finding and decision-making skills along the way. Join us today for your adventure in Central America.
Go west on one of history's greatest adventures. Lead a wagon train across the vast landscape of North America to settle in Oregon, California, and other points west. It's up to you to make the decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. For you, your family, and dozens, perhaps even hundreds of others. They're counting on you. First, you have to make preparations. Plan your journey. Decide where to start, when to leave, and your final destination. Buy the supplies you need. Choose your draft animals. Wander the streets of town and get advice from the people you meet.
I wouldn't start out with less than, say, 400 pounds of food per person. Of course, how much you can take depends on how big your wagon is and how many draft animals you got.
And then you're off. New challenges lie just around every bend. Rivers to cross, hills to climb, rough trails, and fearsome weather. Wagon accidents, disease. Can you survive? Do you have what it takes to be a leader among pioneers? Visit towns and forts along the way. Talk to fellow westward immigrants and colorful characters you meet along the way, and trade with them for vital supplies. Can you strike a sharp deal? Hunt for food. It's a long, hard journey across the mighty deserts and mountain ranges of the far west. Raft down the raging Columbia. There's no turning back now. You've got to press on. Many do not succeed, but for those who do, the rewards are great. Adventure on the trail, and opportunity at its end. A new life in a new land. Be part of the adventure. Visit your local software retailer today.
MEC and the Children's Theater Company of Minneapolis present Opening Night. Now you can be in charge of your own multimedia theater, where you create, direct, and perform your own play. Let's look at all the things you can do within opening night. Simply click on a button and get hundreds of choices. First, we need a set. As set designer, you have over 100 sets to choose from. Select one you like, and you're on your way. Now we need actors. Over 40 real-life actors were digitized into the computer for you to move around on stage. A director's dream. I'll pick the chimney sweep. And the pauper. Now I can start directing. Let's make the chimney sweep enter from stage right, and the pauper from stage left. Let's make them interact. How about a prop? I'll get a dog and put it here. What's a play without sound effects? We'll select the appropriate sound effects for the scene we've created. Nice puppy. Let's change the lighting. Here I can choose different spotlight positions. Last but not least, we'll add some music. You can also record your play and play it back. The opening night behind-the-scenes CD includes a backstage tour, which invites you to visit the stage and the scene, prop, and costume shops. You can meet the people that make the magic happen and find out about each of their roles by clicking on the buttons. If you need to brush up on your theater talk, opening night comes with a complete pictorial glossary. Opening night includes more than 40 photorealistic costumed actors, 110 different scenes, hundreds of props and sound effects, plus musical selection. You can even print out your script or hear it read aloud. So with opening night, all you need is your imagination. Available for Macintosh and Windows 95.
Halt! I've been told to be on the lookout for a stranger. Who are you? I see your papers are in order. 2 guides have been waiting for you. They have valuable Antonio is a good choice. Good luck, you'll need it.